Episode 1 of Moving starts with Byung-sung having a dream about flying and falling. It is a recurrent nightmare he has been having. He wakes up tight on his bed and his mom, Mi-hyun, calls out to him. She is preparing breakfast downstairs and Byung-suk is excited to smell the food she is cooking. Elsewhere, Huisu is trying to get excited about her dad's new chicken restaurant. He, on the other hand, worries about getting her new uniform that matches her school. Huisu is aware that Juwon is tight on cash and does not want him to stress out. She tells him that she will make a new deal with her homeroom teacher since she will be graduating at the end of the semester. They say their sweet goodbyes and Huisu rushes to the school. Meanwhile, Bongsu is running late, but his mom keeps adding weights inside his bag. She is worried that he will fly if he does not have something holding him down. She later spends some time checking her phone to see if any mysterious accidents were reported. Bongsuk and Hisu meet on their way to school. Bongsuk offers to pay Hisu's bus fare since her card was declined. They start talking, but Bongsuk questions why she is speaking to him informally. Hisu argues that this is what they do at her former school and Byung-suk drops the matter. During the bus ride, Byung-suk can't help but stare at her and he nearly starts flying away but has a Chan to help him focus on staying on the ground. Back at Hisu's house, Juwon hurts himself as he thinks about whether to get Hisu the new uniform or not. At Mihyun's house, she worries that Byung-suk will have another accident. Speaking of Byung-suk, he ends up arriving late at school. He tries to explain himself to his teacher Choi Il-wan, but it is useless. He is asked to clean the toilets later as punishment for being late. It is the first day of the semester and Principal Jo Hyuk stops by the school. He is welcomed by Il-hwan and Songuk, who seems eager to get on his good side. Hyuk is worried about the security cameras being down. Il-hwan insists security is crucial and reminds Songwook his contract is ending soon. Songwook is trying to get a permanent teaching position at the school, so he's acting all meat in front of Rehyok. However, he seems to have an ulterior motive to stay in this school. In the meantime, the students are in the classroom and the prefect Gang-hoon is collecting the phones before the teacher gets to class. One student is recording stuff on her camera and catches Bong-suk downing a whole bottle of water in mere seconds. On the other hand, Hisu is talking with Il-hwan. He is advising her on courses she can take. He is aware of her financial situation and suggests she takes PE classes and try to get a full scholarship at one of the elite colleges in Seoul. Hisu does not want to leave her dad. She is concerned that it will cost more if she studies out of Seoul. Ilhwan managed to convince her to join PE and promises to train her at the school grounds. She also asks about her uniform and Ilhwan is surprised but not against the idea. After that, Ilhwan takes her to her class and she introduces herself. Bungsuk is happy that she is in his class. He has a hard time concentrating as he keeps stealing glances at her. He starts salivating and tries his best to stay grounded by muttering his chant. Elsewhere, a man named Frank arrives in South Korea. Immediately he lands, he picks up a package from a delivery truck parked at the airport and changes his clothes. He has strange tattoos on his body, including a big capital F on his back. He opens the package and finds one of those old phones. There is an unread message on the phone from an unknown number. He opens the message and there is only the number 11 typed in. Frank then proceeds to open the invoice document marked 11 among the documents found in the package. However, the envelope is not an invoice but photos and details of a man. The document has a stamp on it and a logo of an agency called the Supernatural Control Agency. After going through the document, Frank drives off in the truck dressed as a delivery man. In the meantime, day classes come to an end and the students at Jangon High School start their extracurricular activities. Gangun escorts Hisu to the auditorium where she is to start her training and gives her the key to the room. She asks to stay behind and starts doing laps, so Gangun excuses her. He goes to meet Ilhwan and informs him that Hisu is training. He asks if Hisu has the same ability as him and Ilhwan says yes. He encourages Gangun to watch and get close to Hisu. As Hisu trains, she keeps remembering a fight she got into with another girl from her former school. Meanwhile, Bong-suk starts cleaning the toilets as punishment for being late. On the other side of town, Frank visits an office and asks to meet a man named Jin Cheon to deliver a package. Jinchon gets suspicious immediately after he hears his name and clears the office. Frank explains that Jinchon is listed on a list of retirees. Jinchon asks him to clarify in detail what the list is about, and Frank says he has been sent to delete him. The two men get into an intense fight, and Jin Chun tries to use his supernatural abilities to beat Frank. Unfortunately, Frank seems to also have excellent fighting skills, and in the end, he kills Jin Chun by throwing him out of the window. Based on how far he managed to throw Jin Chun, we can assume he has supernatural abilities as well. Before Jin Chun dies, he tells Frank that he has no children and that Frank needs to come back home. After killing Jin Chun, Frank calmly returns to his delivery truck and texts delete to the anonymous number. Back at Jungwon High School, Ilhan grows more suspicious as he insists on solely working with Hisu. He is firmly against Songwook helping in her training. He also seems to be writing something he does not want Songwook to see on Hisu's personal file. Once Huisu is done with her laps, she cleans up and prepares to head home. She is surprised to see Byung-suk waiting for her. He asks to help her carry her bag, and as they leave, the school guard seems to take an odd interest in them. Byung-suk takes the bus home, but Huisu opts to visit a tutor's office to ask about the cost of classes. It proves to be too expensive for her. In the meantime, Mi-hyun prepares a heavy meal for Bong-suk once he gets home. He asks if she can add more weights to his school bag. Mi-hyun is constantly worried that Bong-suk's secret will be revealed. Wei-soo also gets home and informs her dad that she will need new uniforms. Ji-won agrees to buy what she needs and says it is only understandable. He is putting up an act and trying to lessen Hyusu's worry over their finances. Of course, Hyusu can see right through him and it hurts her heart. On the other hand, Ganghun gets home and as always his dad Jae-min is patiently waiting for him. The next morning, Mi-hyun cleans Bong-suk's room and casually checks the internet for any news about mysterious accidents. She sees the news about Jin-chun's death. Concurrently, at the National Security Planning Agency, Woon-kyu informs Jung-jun of Jin-chun's passing. Jung-jun is saddened and asks what happened and what has been confirmed about the mysterious death. Woon-kyu updates him that they are currently removing the post on Jin-chun's death on social media. They have declared his death as an accident but are low-key investigating who attacked Jinchon. Jungjun asks about a breeding program to which Wonkyu responds that they are done replanting them. Jongjun orders her to expedite the cultivation after reading a headline about an upcoming peace summit between the two Koreas in the newspaper. The episode ends with Mi-hyun cleaning her gun as if anticipating trouble. Bong-suk narrates that his mom has always done her best to protect him. He wants to control his flying and keep the secret for his mom's sake. This is why he tries to watch his weight and manage his emotions since these things affect him a lot. It turns out Mi-hyun is getting ready because she fears someone is deleting people with supernatural abilities.